YOLO, what's going on, everybody? Back out here again today to do another preemptive programming video that I do each and every day. We're gonna get straight into the news today. No BS. This is straight, uncut, one take. And I've got some very important things I want to talk to you guys about. I mean, we've been talking, and the warnings have been out there about the inflation and things coming to our economy to the likes of which we have never seen before. And we see that Biden is out here talking about a $6 trillion socialist bill that will even cause more inflation and more shortages to our economy. And we see a very, very greatly written article posted on blacklistednews.com, you guys, about the economic collapse, the upcoming and imminent economic collapse that I have been warning about for well over a year now. Are you prepared? Because I promise, almost none of you will be prepared for what happens next, and I do not say this lightly. If you're enjoying the ride of the highway of hyperinflation, then you are going to absolutely love Joe Biden's new budget. Instead of realizing the mistakes that he has made and reversing course, Biden has decided that now is the time to push the accelerator to the floor. That means a lot more inflation is on the way, and I am encouraging all of my readers to do what they can to get prepared for that. He talks about in his book, he sounds the alarm on hyperinflation. He brings up Venezuela. If you do not know what's going on in Venezuela and what's happening over there and been happening over there because of the war that the dollar has waged on other countries, well, everyone's a millionaire, okay? But they're all living in poverty because their currency is absolutely worthless. It has no value. Just like they're devaluing our dollar by constantly printing more and more money and throwing it into circulation. They're bankrupting this system to push us into a new one. It's been 45, 50 years. They change monetary systems every 45 or 50 years. It's been 50 years. Pay attention. So, while he's still in the White House, supposedly, we know that last year, under the orange guy, we proposed this year's budget to only be 4.8, which was still extremely high. And you see, he's wanting to spend $6 trillion. The proposal represents a 25% increase over what the orange guy proposed in his final budget in a year that would be upended by the pandemic, the bear flu, bullshit, fake. Remember that. You see the news coming out on it. I mean, 6 to 12 months is all a conspiracy theory takes. I'm just saying. I'll shut up. I could sit here all day and still probably not be able to come up with the sufficient words to describe how insane it would be for the U.S. government to spend $6 trillion in a single year. I've already told you, they're bankrupting this system. It's not hard to understand. According to Biden, his new tax increases will offset part of the new spending. But even his own projections show us running trillion-dollar deficits long into the future. The budget would have the nation continue running deficits of more than $1 trillion, a level it already topped with an onset of the bear flu, with estimated annual deficits of $1.3 trillion amid enacted and proposed federal programs. And you can keep going on to read this article and pay attention to what's going on. I'm not going to bore you with it. We're going to talk about a few other things, like where we started almost 2 years ago, September 2019, when the Fed started pumping repo liquidity injections into the market then to keep it from tanking, and it finally tanked in March of 2020. When they started printing more stimulus and pumping more repo liquidity injections into the market, look at the housing market and see how it's up right now. That's where they're pumping it, just like in 2008 and 9. We know this, but we see an overnight record and demand from Wall Street of $485.3 billion. And this is, New coming out today, banks and other financial firms on Thursday piled a record of 485.33 billion into the Federal Reserve's overnight reverse repo facility as Wall Street continues to grapple with where to park all its cash. You guys, they've got to keep pumping these markets up to keep them from failing. And I don't know how much longer they can keep doing it. Again, they've damn near been doing it for 2 years. We see them continually wanting to offer these spending proposals, these budgets, because they have to keep printing money. They have to keep spending money, or else everything they're trying to do fails. Why? Because they don't have enough money to do it yet. Glad I'm not a millionaire yet. I'd be so pissed. We see that this gentleman still wants on long term capital gains tax, you guys. Not short term. I mean, it's probably he probably gonna want 80% on short term, but he still wants 43.4% of that fucking money you're gaining in these traditional markets and cryptocurrencies or wherever you're holding your money that you are protecting yourself right now. We see this slime ball wants it. And they ain't gonna stop till they get it, you guys. Until we, stand up against all this and, do something about it. But we see Biden's budget, and he reiterates the 43.4% top capital gains tax for millionaires, you guys, because I think we're about to see very soon some new millionaires in this world. And I do not say these things lightly, and they know this too. And there's nothing they can do about it except for attack it with taxes, etc., etc. Fraud, taxes, theft. Remember that. And I do not say these things lightly. But you can read this article. I'm not going to bore you guys with all this nonsense and chicanery. You see the information and informational currency warfare coming out. Pay attention to what's going on. We'll get straight into the news about how you can protect yourself. Regardless of all the nonsense and chicanery. When you can use these as a currency and you don't have to sell them back into the US dollar, well, guess what? It's going to be hard to tax that, especially if you take a collateralized loan out against it. So, I'm just saying, there are going to be more than one way to skin a cat, and I promise that, you guys. Do a IRA, set up an IRA where you take your tax out in advance before you see life-changing wealth. See about setting your crypto up in an IRA with a wealth management team. Do something like that to avoid these ridiculous taxes. And I do not say this lightly. We see Gary Gensler, the chairman of the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission, the SEC, has said that he wants to see regulation to protect consumers built into the operations of cryptocurrency exchanges. Very, very bullish. We see that they've just went after BitConnect. You guys, the SEC has just filed lawsuit against BitConnect, so we'll see what happens there. We know that Binance, where Brian Brooks, the former head of the OCC, the Office of the Comptroller of Currency, Brian Brooks, is at Binance US, and they're under scrutiny right now. And so we see regulations starting to take place in the backgrounds in the middle of an SEC lawsuit with Ripple. It's not a coincidence, you guys. U.S. Securities Watchdog Gary Gensler looks to regulate crypto trading like stock exchanges. You guys, very bullish. We see he talks about speaking at a hearing on the House Financial Service and General Government Subcommittee on Wednesday. Gensler said the crypto industry was home to an enormous number of coin projects, making it difficult for consumer protections to be put into place and leading to only 75 enforcement actions being taken by the commission. He said measures to protect users of cryptocurrencies and crypto exchanges needed to be put in place at source, saying we could work with Congress to try and bring investor protection where these sometimes commodities, sometimes securities are trading on the platforms. So bullish news about bringing customer and investor protection to retail investors, to the everyday average you and I. We see what happened with GameStop. We see what's happening with Ripple XRP right now. We, the people, need this. So that's very bullish in where we're going. We know regulatory clarity is on the horizon and coming soon. Also coming soon is a Cardano summary, you guys. Very, very bullish article shared by the Daily Huddle, written by the Daily Huddle, shared by Michael Val5 Links. Give him a follow, you guys. And this is according to Lark Davis. If you don't know who Lark is, you can give him a follow. I tend to agree with some of the things he says, not always. He's a big Bitcoin maxi, to be honest, in my opinion. Popular crypto trader Lark Davis thinks the next few months could be a Cardano summer. So let's see what happens for ADA, you guys. Very bullish on that project. You know we hold it into the future. Davis predicts that the proof of stake blockchain platform Cardano ADA will shock traders with a series of potentially bullish developments. Cardano is ready to freaking explode. In fact, it's actually hit a new all-time high in price just the other day. But I think that we could be in for a bit of a Cardano summer, so to speak, with loads of new applications launching in anticipation of the smart contract launch on Cardano. Cardano surged to an all-time high of $2.45 on May 16th, though it subsequently lost a lot of that value in the broader crypto price correction this last week. It's trading at $1.64 right now. I don't know what it's currently sitting at the time of this article. Is it 164? But Davis says 376,000 YouTube subscribers and he tells them that the price frenzy earlier this month is evidence of the massive level of excitement surrounding this project. And he talks about, he goes on to talk about how we've already hit these amazing prices in Cardano, these 9,000% gains in a year in Cardano, 9,100 plus gains in a year, you guys, and we haven't even gotten smart contracts yet. Okay, we know Cardano is an Ethereum competitor. We know Ethereum is ridiculous in gas fees. To send few $1,000s, it might cost $400. That's ridiculous, and it might take time to do that. We know Ethereum's gas fees are just ridiculous, and Cardano looks to solve the problem there. We'll see what happens. We also have Flare Networks coming up. So very bullish article I want to share with you guys. I'll share it in the comment section down below. We see the mission is simple for CBDCs is simple. Move money like information. The key to success for that is interoperability, you guys, and we know Ripple can solve the interoperability, the only bridge asset of the world. I've shared this article before. It talks about the rise of central bank digital currencies and how we've moved, unsurprisingly, because of the bear flu, we've moved to a more digital form of payment than cash over the last year. Not surprising, right? And we know it talks about the rise of central bank digital currencies, interoperability being the key to success, and the Ripple impact. We know that Ripple has already piloted a private ledger for central banks to launch central bank digital currencies because it's cost effective, reliable, and instantaneous. 10K plus transactions per second, 60K plus more efficient than proof of work, things like Bitcoin and Ethereum, you guys. We know it's 61,000 times more efficient than proof of work. We've already talked about that. There are 80% of the world's central banks getting ready to launch central bank digital currencies and partner to run on the Ripple Interledger protocol to run these central bank digital currencies. They've already made them their own private ledger. We cannot ignore these facts. Got to remember this. Digital Soldier is tweeted out. If it pops up. I think XRP is the chosen one, even in Europe. You surely remember this document from the Bundesbank, in which it clearly quotes Ripple, putting the usefulness of cross-border payment. Bitcoin is only mentioned as a platform, i.e. the blockchain. but not as a currency, where Ripple is mentioned as a currency, you guys. So very bullish. We know Ripple is a currency, not a security, you guys. And if it is deemed a security and they do lose this lawsuit, you wait for the appeal, and you wait for the fact that they probably rename and re they're gonna rebrand security, point blank period, if they're deemed a security. I know that security will not be known as is always known if Rip was deemed a security. They'll rebrand the broader outline and outlook around securities, and I promise you that. So very bullish to see this from Europe. We know what's coming. Ripple partnered with Swift. Bitcoin, if it survives, it will run off the Ripple Interledger protocol. That will solve the problem with it being a payment system. And the ridiculous amount of fees and time it takes to send a Bitcoin. Come on now. Well, it didn't pull up. But I had this pulled up right here, a tweet I was going to give credit to somebody. I don't know who. I don't remember. But we see several XRP holders held a protest outside the SEC headquarters earlier today, yesterday. Very bullish news. Took the day off yesterday, but I wanted to bring this out this morning. We see stop the crypto hypocrisy, stop the war on crypto, stop the war on XRP. We see Jay Clayton equals conflict of interest. We see these things. XRP holders gathered outside U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission headquarters in Washington, D.C. on Friday to protest the agency's lawsuit against distributed ledger technology company Ripple. They are demanding that the regulators stop the war on crypto and investigate former chairman Jay Clayton's alleged conflict of interest. The demonstrators are holding signs with such messages as "Stop the crypto hypocrisy," "Cryptocurrency is not a crime," and "XRP for life." Love it, you guys. I love it to see people get up off their ass and do something about these ridiculous policies being put into place by our government, attacking the everyday people, like GameStop, like this, like going to their school boards and getting their kids out of masks. You think it's easy going 1-2 times a month there? You think it's been easy doing it for 3-4 months? No, most of the world just goes home and they kick off their shoes. How about making phone calls to your elected leaders? Do you do any of that shit? Probably not. Most of you don't even pay attention to the things going on in our economy that are hurting us. But hey, I'm just saying. You'll wake up when it's too late. Ian Northing has posted, you guys, but sadly Hamlet must play out. And we see right here from 2015, Deloitte clearly states XRP is a currency, and so has our government in 2015. No, they didn't. Yeah, they did. Well, what happened between then and 2020, December 22nd of 2020? Huh? I'm just wondering. We see the role of currency. XRP is in this instant. It talks about the Ripple protocol allows XRP currency to be traded over the network, not just XRP, through all accounts. Or though all accounts are required to hold a small amount of XRP, 20 XRP. We know this. You have to hold 20 XRP in any wallet that you open up for XRP. So every time you open up a different wallet for XRP, you have to lock in there 20 XRP. Remember that. So you're going to want to own a little bit more than 20. Just saying. Throwing that out there. We know R3 launches universal settler application to facilitate global payments on Corda XRP, the first settlement mechanism, you guys. We were told this in December of 2018 because we were told 3 years prior by both government and multiple agencies all around the world that XRP was a currency. What's changed? What's changed? Alright, I'll shut up. We know Deloitte and R3 Corda Settler, all these partnerships around the world. Nothing can stop what is coming. So whether you like cryptocurrencies, whether you don't, whether you believe in them, whether you like this, I ain't never said I cared about it. I'm just saying I bet you I'm gonna make this life changing wealth. I've already started making life changing wealth. You think I'm gonna miss out? They're doing it. We can't stop it. Um, so while they keep attacking us with inflation and devaluing our dollar, and you keep sitting on your ass and going to work in a job that teaches you to be just over broke, instead of ignoring, instead of taking advantage of these things that I've been telling you for almost 2 years now, you could already change your life. Just saying. Some of you have. Arcolect has tweeted out, you guys. I don't know what to make of this right now. Anyway, XRP King Doggo has tweeted out, I'm bullish than ever. I'm more bullish than ever, I think is what he's trying to say. But anyway. We see Denmark's central bank governor says hashtag crypto can be ignored as a fad. Alright, you guys. This is more FUD, you guys. Let's go and see what this man's talking about. I thought I had it pulled up. But another central banker, you guys, coming out here telling you that, oh, you just don't even need to look at cryptocurrency. Just like you don't even need to look at gold and silver. Here's this cash that we're devaluing with this inflation we're bringing into these economies all over the world because we can't stop printing money. Oh yeah, it's a Bloomberg article. I can't pull it up. Well, if y'all are, yeah, I'm not subscribed to Bloomberg, you guys. I'm not paying for that bullshit. But you can see this Danish central banker says that cryptocurrencies are a fad, to ignore them. Don't worry about that life-changing wealth, that protection of your financial sovereignty, and don't worry about getting away from our currency that we're devaluing and have been for 50 fucking years. Getting ready to implode the system and transfer you into central bank digital currencies to use. Yeah, don't worry about cryptocurrencies that are decentralized and it can protect you and your family. And you might see life-changing wealth depending on the projects you get invested in, like, I don't know, Cardano, ADA, XRP, XLM, XDC, VChain, Zilliqa, Chainlink, Tezos, Solana, Celo. I mean, I can really keep going on, watch my videos. You know, we talk about them. Life-changing wealth. This is not a financial advice. It's just me documenting my journey into the digital decade, you guys, the new quantum financial system and the evolution of money. You've been warned. Events will start to pick up pace like never before seen. And all I'm out here to do each and every day is predictive, preemptive programs to tell you to look into investing in the longevity of this financial paradigm shift, this upcoming and imminent collapse to our financial and monetary system, to our economy. And I do not say these things lightly, because I believe that what you believe in your heart and speak in your minds will eventually become your words and your reality. And you know, I believe that if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand one day. And I've learned these things along my journey from Coach JV at the 3T Warrior Academy, you guys. And I've also learned that what you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mindset. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mindset eventually becomes a unconscious reaction. And I just want mine to be good and guideful and helpful of others. I want to protect their financial sovereignty and their financial freedom for their family and their loved ones. And I do not say these things lightly. We must hedge against this inflation that is constantly hitting our economy. And the only way to do that is to find non-inflationary assets, gold, silver, cryptocurrencies. That's what I've done. And you know, I do these videos for free. I come out here and I tell you these things for free. As I learn, I share. You know, I believe if you give someone a fish, then they can eat for a day. But if you give them a fishing pole, they can eat for a lifetime. And if you teach them how to farm, they can feed nations. And I say none of these things lightly, you guys. Turn your obstacles into opportunities like I'm doing. We see XRP has started to do that rollover, you guys. We know that the more we hang around one price, like we were having multiple daily closes right under $1, you guys, and right around $1, and that just lets me know that usually we see a kind of rollover after that. I don't know that we're done. We hung out around 86 cents most of the day yesterday around close. We closed at roughly 88 cents yesterday. Roughly 89. Back down to 84 cents right now. I don't know that we're done. We could see another dip in price. This could have been a dead cat bounce, you guys. Like I've been saying, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens here. We can still see this level of 75, 76 cents tested again. That's our 3-year resistance level. We go back 3 years and we know we held this level as resistance since our last bull run in 2018. So, I mean, we're pushing quite some time playing with this 75-cent level, you guys. That's 76-cent levels. Ripple equals 76 numerology. None of this surprises me. We've seen our 86-cent launchpad theory that I've called for. We see that we're following this pattern that I've called for. And I don't expect this to go straight up like this. That's just how it looks, you guys. When you scroll out, when you zoom out because you're in doubt, zoom out. If you're ever in doubt, zoom out. We see that that's how I drew it. I believe we'll stagger our way on back up throughout the remainder of this year. This could be a very dull and dead summer for cryptocurrencies. Will we make $2 before the end of May? I doubt it now. I put that ultimatum out that I'd stop doing videos if we did not hit $2 XRP by the end of May. And I have not told you what calendar I'm using yet. But I will say that, it's not looking promising unless the tables turn from here. I've made some very bullish predictions, very bullish calls. Been right, been wrong. Nobody knows, you guys. We've got to continue to do our own research and continue to teach ourselves each and every day the esoteric laws in the world. I believe numerology, gematria is used by the billionaires, while everyone else in the world laughs at the thought of them. I believe this reality and what we call woke culture, well, is in fact nothing more than a culturally sanctioned and logistically reinforced hallucination, and we've got to be the glitch in the matrix, you guys, and we've got to go out and educate ourselves financially, civically, economically, spiritually, in ways and things that we've never known before. And I say none of this lightly, you guys. With all that being said, we're going to keep an eye on the price chart over the weekend. This 3-day weekend we have. Happy, Memorial Day weekend, isn't it? I don't want to get that wrong. I'm pretty positive. JFK's birthday was today, you guys. JFK Jr.'s birthday was today, so, I'm pretty sure this is Memorial Day weekend. I could be wrong, but it is a holiday weekend. I do believe we'll have a 3-day weekend, so let's see what happens. Today, tomorrow, Monday. We're getting a sell-off right now. So, I mean, this is retail hands. These are weak hands. People out here telling you diamond hands, and they're hitting that fucking sell button. This is opportunities where you buy the blood in the street, even if the blood is your own. And I do not say that lightly. With all that being said, this is not financial advice. I'm just documenting my journey into the digital decade and new quantum financial system, you guys. I'm headed out. Take care. God bless. I don't think I have a song pulled up for you guys today. But I might be back tonight. Who knows? We'll see what happens in the markets. We'll see what happens if any news comes out. Might take the weekend off. We'll see you guys. I don't have one pulled up, so take care. God bless. And until the next one.